لله والله أكبر.
So now, what is the truth? The truth revealed through the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, His concern with human being is proportional to their value in the universe. Proportional. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes how He created Adam. In fact, I had talked about it. And then how He has karramna bani Adam. He has given them intellect. He has given them a soul and a curiosity and the willpower. And so, but according to the proportion, so all we human beings learn from other human beings. I learn mathematics from a teacher of mathematics. You learn agriculture from a teacher of agriculture. So what is most appropriate then to teach human beings about God and His purposes through a human being? So this is where the role of the messengers comes, and this is the true position of the concern of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So He says in the Surah Al-A'la that He creates, الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى. He creates, then He gives a shape, a form, and then He gives a measure, a quantitative measure, qadr, taqdeer, and then He guides. So these four things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with His creation. He creates and gives it a form, a shape, and then assigns a certain role. It's called like the animals have their instinct. The plants have their growth, and so this is all programmed in the plants and so on. And for human beings, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has what is the guidance? Here the guidance comes through the prophets. So the role of the messengers here is the proportionate to what is needed for human guidance. This is what then is the role of the messengers. Without the messengers, if we are left to our own devices, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us five senses. He has given us intellect. He has given us curiosity. These are all good for discovering the laws of the universe, the place where we live, the physical characteristics of the earth and our surroundings of the universe, and to find the laws of the universe. So the question is, what is the role of the messengers? What is these messengers or prophets, we call them, what is their role? So their role is to tell us about the things which we cannot perceive. It's called ghaib, al-ghaib. So there is, as is described in the Surah Al-Baqarah on the first, that yu'minuna bil ghaib. Ghaib. So what is ghaib? Ghaib is what is beyond our human perception, what is beyond our senses, five senses, and our intellect, and our communication with each other, and so on and so forth. It is beyond that. This is Allah Himself. We don't see Him. Allah's attributes. Yeah. So this is the role of the prophets, is to tell us about, inform us about the ghaib. The most important thing which every prophet brought is that there is a creator and you worship Him alone. The second thing is that you are on this planet Earth, you are in this life as a test, no matter what you are, whether you are rich or poor, you're sick or healthy, you're born in this community or that community, this nation or that nation, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made hayat or life, hayat, خلق الحياة خلق الموت والحياة ألا يبلوكم أحسن عملا. What is so? This is the message they brought. All these messengers have uniformly throughout history brought the same message: worship God alone and live according to the laws which Allah has prescribed. There are moral laws and there are laws which relate with the laws of worship to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the laws among the human beings. But this is the message which is common throughout history. And so God says to man, worship me alone and submit to my commandments. Worship. But this command is not uttered from heaven. Not every human being is hearing from the heaven, but it is uttered from the lips of a man. A human being is telling. So in every stories of the prophets which are described in the Quran, it says, for example, the Shu'aib or Hud or Nuh alayhi salam, or all these prophets, they came and said, we are the messengers of God and we have brought this message. And that's the greatest stumbling block for human beings. But human beings, they say, oh, you are like us. You eat, you drink, you sleep, you marry, you have children, and you suffer also, pain and so on and so forth. So what is so special about it? What is so special about it that we should obey you, we should follow you? So that is where the stumbling block comes. In fact, if you study the Prophet's life during Makkah, the greatest objection was to them that the Prophet is just like us, human beings, in fact. So this is where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, say, I am no better than you as far as my physical body is concerned. Ana basharum mislakum. But again, there is another aspect. Yuha ilayya. I'm like you as far as all my physical needs. I'm no different. I'm just a human being like you, like part of you. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed to me that He is but one God, and that you worship Him alone, and that you live a moral life. So this is where I recite a few, give you the translation of a few of the verses of the Quran, which shows the mentality of all human beings, practically every human being, especially those who are given knowledge, those who are given power, those who are given authority in the land, those who are rich, and so on. Their authority is, how can we follow this human being, this one man? It's just like the Abu Jahl, like the Quraysh used to say, okay, we know you are born, in the Banu Hashim family. We are Banu Umayyah. You did something and we did something else. You this, and then you have claimed that a prophet has come to you. We will never accept. So they considered that the revelation which came to the Prophet Muhammad is just a rivalry between two tribes. So they refuse. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, what prevented people from believing when guidance came to them was nothing but that they said, has God sent a man as a messenger? This is in Surah 17, Ayah 94. أَبْعَثَ اللَّهُ بَشَرًا رَسُولًا. Has God sent just a mortal human being as a messenger? So what were they expecting? They were expecting, just like, as I say, Christians, that God Himself or God's Son should come down to guide human beings. This was, the expectation. Expectation is that if a human being is, but they don't ask the teacher of mathematics that show us some miracle. You are saying 2 plus 2 is 4. Unless you bring out a rabbit from the hat, I won't believe that. So this is the argument, is a false argument. The false argument is that no relationship, no logical relationship between showing a miracle and what the truth is. The truth, Allah, that these messengers are bringing the truth that the God is one, the Creator is one, but they are asking for them to show some kind of a miracle, or that they say. And another place he says, they are saying too, why has not an angel visibly we sent down unto him. They should see the angel coming to the Prophet Muhammad. That's what they were asking. Why can't we see the angel coming, visibly coming down unto him? But what? But Allah says, but had we sent down an angel, all would have been decided. Because then there is no test. Belief, no belief. There is you cannot say that I believe in the sun. Well, you're obviously seeing the sun. So if the clear proof comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the angel comes down, so then that's the day of decision. When angels come down, then the things will be decided. There is no test for belief then. And they would have been allowed no further respite. See? So the angel coming down, their demand that angels should come down means it is just like some truth revealed exactly just like the sun or the moon. You see the sun, there is no need for proof. So here's it. So, and then Allah says, if we had appointed an angel to be our messenger, we would certainly have made him a man. So, so this is in Surah 6, verse 8. And then she says to the Prophet Muhammad, say, I do not say to you, God's treasures are with me, nor that I have the knowledge of the unseen, nor do I say unto you, behold, I am an angel. I only follow what is revealed to me. This is Surah 6, verse 50. So then the next question is, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen these human beings as his messengers, as his ambassadors to human beings, what kind of men then were these messengers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Since if you look at the history of humankind, since the emergence of man on this planet Earth, billions of people have come and gone, and still now there are more than 7 billion people on this earth. Now, each human being has lived an ordinary life or an eventful life. There are some who are, just billions who are just living their lives, ordinary lives. But there are some which we call great, such as kings or generals, statesmen, philosophers, thinkers, scientists, lawmakers, saints and heroes. All kind of people have come and gone. Yet if you look at the people in general, they do not pattern their living after Caesar or Alexander or Aristotle or Kant or Newton or Einstein. All these philosophers, scientists and so on. Nobody is patterning their life after them. And no special, to follow the pattern. What we see is people are following Moses, Jesus, or Muhammad, or other prophets in other realms. What the closest we know about here is that Musa alayhi salam, Isa alayhi salam, and the Prophet Muhammad. So the largest number of human beings, at least more than half of the planet, they believe either they pattern the life after Musa alayhi salam, after Isa alayhi salam, or after Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. That is Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad. So the way of life of the messengers of God is not beyond an ordinary person. What is required? A man does not have to have great knowledge, or great wealth, or power, or any other special gift to follow a prophet. especially to follow the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Every human being, his life is so completely in detail come down to us. His sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is so come down to us that every human being is invited to follow him, follow the sunnah of the Prophet. So what is needed is not great knowledge or great sophistication. What is needed is faith and integrity of character. These two things. So the messenger of God, the messengers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they practiced what they preached. And they were true to their trust, and they were the first and foremost to obey the laws of God revealed to them or to the earlier messengers. So here we have the base in a nutshell that Allah's hidayat has come through the messengers, and the final prophet has come and gone 1400 years ago. Inshallah, I'll continue to talk about Prophet Muhammad in the following talk. Assalamu alaikum.
Allahu Akbar, Subhanallah.